In this video, I'm going to present 3 suggestions on how you can use the app for something other than student engagement. Although it was created for that purpose, I've since come to realize that there are other ways in which it can be put to work. Imagine you and your students were planning a field trip. Not likely in these times of tight budgets, but anyway, here's how you can use the app to keep track of who's returned the permission slip and who hasn't. Duplicate your class and call it Field Trip. As students return the signed form to you, tap Field Trip and then select. Find the student who brought it back, give the student an A. If you then look at the scores for Field Trip and sort them from high to low, the students who have returned it are at the top of the list. These students have yet to bring it back. Within a day or two, you'll be able to focus on just the students who have yet to return it. I'm going to talk to CJ, Samantha, and Shane privately and remind them about returning the form. As soon as I have them all, I'll just delete the class. How about using the app to keep track of inappropriate behavior? Duplicate your class. Call it Social Talking. And by the way, research indicates social talking represents 80% of off-task behavior. If not handled effectively, social talking can be a classroom killer. But now with the app, you can keep track of who's talking. And when you find a couple of students just chit-chatting away, you tap Social Talk, you tap Select, you find the 2 students who are talking, give them each a D. By checking the scores for social talking and sorting them from high to low, all the talkers will be grouped at the top of the list. Holding these students back for 30 seconds as you dismiss the others to their next class or morning recess will go a long way in convincing them that they need to work on their self-control. The message from you is that social talking is not okay, and you're not going to ignore it when it happens. How nice, though, that with the app you'll be able to separate the wheat from the chaff and focus your attention on just the students who need it. This final suggestion was emailed to me by Tim Bedley, a 5th grade teacher in California. He duplicated his class and called it On Task. As his students are working independently, he's walking around the room checking their progress and offering help. At the same time, he has the On Task class open in the random mode. Every now and then he'll stop and look at the student whose name is at the top of the queue. If the student is on task, he'll tap plus. If the student is off task for whatever reason, he'll tap minus. He told me that within a couple of days he had quite a bit of data on who was working hard and who wasn't. This information was then used to recognize students for their hard work or intervene for their lack of it. He also shares the results using the privacy screen with parents if he's not seeing improvement in a student's on-task efforts. And that's a wrap. 3 quick ideas on how to use the app in your classroom. If you come up with your own variation, drop me an email, and I'll include your suggestions in the next Not Just Engagement video.